Hey, how's it going? It's Sophia here from Zen Guidance. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's pick a card reading. So in this video we're going to be looking at your life's purpose. So without further ado, let's get straight to the pile selection. So we have group 1 with the ametrine, group 2 with the blue howlite, group 3 with the citrine, and then group 4 with the opalite. So go ahead and make your choice. Feel free to pause the video here for a few moments if you like whilst you meditate on the question. Make sure you feel nice and relaxed and go with your gut instinct. Which one are you instinctively drawn to? And then once you've made your choice, you can go to the description box below where you'll find the corresponding timestamps to your chosen pile. Okay, so let's get started with group number 1. Okay, group 1, so you chose this door here. And let's see what it says in the back. So we have distant dream. The distance calls your heart to roam free. As you dare to dream, it must be. Or so it must be. Okay. So I have already chosen some cards as well. I'm going to look at them with you live. So let's look at these first. So we have, it's not yet time, things are being woven. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Wow. I mean, this is coming through pretty clearly already with distant dream and waiting. So you may be feeling quite impatient about moving forwards in your life, wanting to know what your life's purpose is, feeling like you're going in the wrong direction, or that things just feel like they're too far into the future for you to be able to tangibly hold on to it, or to be able to see that there is light at the end of the tunnel here. Wounded healer. Okay. Okay. In respect to your higher purpose, your life's purpose, this is interesting here, group 1, because this is showing some kind of a block. So this is either a block of something, you're not able to see it, you're not able to see what your life purpose is, and of course that's why you've come to this reading today. You may be feeling that, I just can't see it. I know that there's something bigger and better out there for me, but I'm just not able to see exactly what that is. But I do feel that it is in the realms of healing, being able to help people heal past wounds, because I feel that you've experienced quite a lot of pain, group 1. My heart goes out to you and I'm sending you love and light, because this is starting to feel a little bit heavy. There's some kind of denial here. The swords represent thoughts. So I feel like there's thoughts that are being either denied. Again, it's like something you're just not able to see. But this can also show lies, deceits with the magician here in reversed. That's trickster type of energy, game playing energy. So for some of you could take this quite literally and maybe gaming of some kind, whether that's a computer, video games, or games, outdoor type of games, sports, that kind of thing. I do feel that in some way that you will be good at exposing the truth. It's like you will bring things to light, bring things to the forefront that people are not aware of, and you're able to help explain things or show them the truth. Yeah, I just feel like you're someone that could help give people a great awakening in some way. Curtains again, but I can see that there's a shadow, so I do really hope that you guys are able to see clearly. Okay, just gonna have a look at what the Moonology deck has to say about this. Your higher purpose, your life's purpose. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. A personal issue reaches a resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Okay, so with that Gemini energy there with communication, like I said, we've got all of this air energy, which is Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. I do feel we've got some earth, but I'm seeing a lot of air energy, a lot of third eye activity as well, and knowledge coming from higher source. So I do feel that you are someone that is very naturally intuitive, and you may be someone that's almost a little bit rebellious as well, liking to go against the norm, convention. So you may be somebody that's into conspiracy theories or the universe, astrology, or digging deep into things, looking at deep dark secrets, mysteries, trying to solve mysteries. So you may end up doing some kind of channel, a mystery channel is coming through for some of you. So definitely looking at the things that are not so obvious to the average person. So you definitely are doing something that's very unique. Now I will always say, if you're wondering what your life's mission is, that look at your North Node, where the North Node sits, which house it sits in within your chart. You will need to know your time of birth to know the house, but you won't need to know the time of birth if you just want to know the sign in which the North Node sits in. But that will give you a lot of insight as well as to what your life's purpose is. And I will be doing more videos on that type of content soon, but things have been very hectic for me, and I've been at home with my daughter through lockdown, and it's just not been easy to film as much as I would like, but it is coming. But I do feel like whatever you do it with compassion. And as I said earlier, you have this healing way about you. I think that you're very good at healing through your communication and through your words. And even by exposing certain things, I feel like you're able to help heal people through that. Helping people deal with past trauma. Helping reveal things that may have been repressed. So you may be someone that would be good at teaching people through meditation or past life regression. Definitely some holistic energy is coming through, and working with the human body, working with the human psyche, and definitely with this emotional sensitivity that's coming through with this Cancer energy. So it could also be astrology as well, and working through the cycles of the moon, through the cycles of the other planets. So that's something that you may have been interested in. I do feel like that's where you're being called, but it does feel like you're being called to move beyond the realm of what you can see and move into the realm of what you can't. I see you being true to yourself, true to your authentic self, being honest about who you really are and honest about the world. Yeah, I just keep saying exposing things. And I do feel that also maybe you sharing your own personal experiences is what will also help to heal others. It's like you've been through the pain, you've been through the turmoil, and it's now time for you to pass the torch on with the knowledge that you've accumulated through your time of healing, and to be able to help then heal others through that. So let's see what else is coming through here for group number 1. Life purpose for group number 1. Okay, so we have hearts with a key. The golden mirror. I'm getting a lot of relationship energy as well. So you may be somebody that would be very good at relationship counseling as well. Also psychology, working with people that have mental health issues, possibly narcissistic, codependent relationship dynamics, working through the healing that is needed after coming out of one of those relationships, whether you're working with the narcissist or the codependent. I just see you, again, almost opening up, so using the key to open up people's hearts. So again, this is, you have the key, and that's the thing here, is you are the one that has the key to open up all of this wealth of information and healing for the world, for yourself, and for those that are close to you. Coffee cup. Girl talk. Engagement ring. So there's a lot of relationship energy that's coming through here. So in terms of also your life's purpose, for some of you it could even be certain relationships are a purpose of yours, is to be involved with certain people. It may not be specifically what you actually want to do career-wise, but it's still what you are meant to do and achieve in this lifetime. Now, for some of you, I do feel that you will be working predominantly with women. I'm getting a lot of feminine energy come through here. So whether you are the divine feminine watching this, but you're also very good at talking with women, or you could be the divine masculine, but you just have this connection to women where you're able to open up. You may have this natural sensitivity and an intuitive side that you can connect with women in a way that maybe others can't. But I also feel that you are meant to be in a relationship. There is a relationship that is very transformative for you. It may be somebody that you're currently with right now. You can engaged, you could already be married, you could be single right now. But I just feel that there is a relationship within your life that is who you are meant to be with, who you are meant to have children with. You are meant to share this life together. And I feel that there's definitely a higher purpose to you being with that person. Yeah, so there's a lot of love energy coming through in this reading. So I definitely feel you're meant to have a very full life. You're meant to have a relationship that lasts a long time. But there's also a relationship that it was very transformative for you. And it doesn't have to be romantic necessarily. It could have been a friendship, could have been a job connection, something that really wounded you, maybe even your childhood. You may have had a very hard childhood and then things have gotten easier being an adult, but also vice versa. But I just feel like there was some deep wound that you have experienced throughout your lifetime that you needed to experience, which has made you the person that you are. It's made you stronger, more resilient, but it's made you able to understand that type of pain. And that's how you're able to help heal others through that. Being a counselor, being a therapist, definitely something within that area. I really see you being of service and helping people move forwards with their lives. Okay, listen to the signs. You may have been receiving signs of late. You may be seeing numbers in synchronicity. Release envy. Signs can come in so many forms. So it's important to just take notes. If you're seeing birds, certain birds are seeing the same bird every day, or you're hearing a name, a place name, or there's a familiar smell that you just keep smelling and it reminds you of something. There's something here that is trying to get through here, but again, at the moment, I just feel that there is that block. And hopefully this reading may help to tap into those signs. And even if you're still here watching this, then I do feel like that is even a sign of you moving forwards with this and listening. And this is almost like a red light for the universe to start bringing you more signs. So you can say it out loud, or if you're not somewhere private, then say it in your mind that I am open to receiving signs from higher source and the universe. And you can only do that when you are silent. So if you're spending a lot of time talking or overthinking, because there's not silence in overthinking. Silencing the mind is just as important as silencing the voice. Being able to listen to your inner gut instinct. Because if there's too much mental chatter, signs can't come through. If you're thinking too much about the future, you're in a place of anxiety. If you're thinking about the past, then that can lead to depression. So I feel you definitely need to bring it back to the present moment. And for some of you with that release envy energy, you may be in a place where you're feeling envious of others, their situation. Either they know where they're going, they know what their high purpose is, or that may be how it comes across, but a lot of people don't tend to know what their life's purpose is. Or they may be feeling they did know what their life's purpose was, and then things changed. So I feel that all that glitters is not gold. So what you may be seeing or what you may be envying is not reality. So not all is as it seems. For some of you, this could also be somebody that's envious of you, somebody in your life that comes across as jealous or envious. Now, they may not be very overt in communicating that or making it very obvious that they are that way, but I do feel you'll be able to pick up that energy. Of course, if it's yourself, then you'll know if you're the one that's kind of checking people's social media or thinking that everybody else's lives are better, or there's someone else's life that you are coveting in some way. Try to just release that, because it's not actually benefiting you or doing you any good, because again, it's not reality anyway. Everybody puts their best foot forwards online, or not even necessarily online when you meet up. Some people don't want to necessarily share the bad things or their worries or their fears. They may just would rather speak on the positivity of things. So I do feel that if you can just release that envy, it will help you to move forwards, and it will help signs to come in. There's just a lot of overthinking here is what I'm feeling. Oh my God. Yeah, let it go. Let it go. If you can let that go, let the envy go, let the overthinking go. Be silent in your mind and meditate as much as you can. Not only will meditation make you feel better in that present moment, but it's actually training your brain to be calmer in the future. So it's the same as if you are getting fit and you are training every single day. In the moment of training, you can feel very energetic, you can feel fit and strong, but then afterwards, it's during that rest period that your body is then starting to rebuild those muscles and grow them stronger. The organs as well. Everything gets stronger during the rest, during your sleep. That's the time that we grow the most and that we repair. So it's the same way with meditation. If you meditate even 3 times a week just to start with, but you'll start to notice you just feel calmer. Okay, and then we will look at the astro dice and see what else is coming through. Okay. So we have Leo, we have the number 2, and then we have Venus. Okay, yeah, so you could be a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, North or South Node. Leo rules the 5th house in astrology, which is, I like to call the house of fun. So all of the fun things are in that house. But also I do like to see Leo as the 10th house as well, because Leo likes to be in the spotlight. Leo is the star of the show. So I really do feel that you're going to be doing something where you really are putting yourself out there, and you're not the one that is behind the scenes. You are the one that's very much in front. You are the front runner in what you do. And I do feel a lot of people are going to be seeking your advice, group 1. With Venus there too, again, that's very feminine energy. And Venus rules Libra and Taurus, so you may have strong placements with Taurus and Libra within your chart. But yeah, I feel, again, that's that feminine energy working with the divine feminine, but that's also, again, relationships. That's what Venus rules, is relationships, money, shopping, buying nice things, connecting with people, and, romantic relationships and connections. And then with the number 2, that's a soulmate number there. So again, it may mean that you meet your soulmate through your higher purpose. It may mean that the person you are with, or the person you're meant to be with, is connected to your higher purpose. You are meant to be with that person. Definitely a huge relationship theme here also, with you being able to heal people and move through things. So there's definitely some beneficial aspect coming through when it comes to relationship involvement for you. So you may even have a strong business partnership relationship with the person that you are in love with. You may create a business together. You may be good business partners at first and then fall in love. You may end up going into business later on, or it may be that they just support you in everything that you do. But I just feel like they're going to have some kind of involvement in things. Like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic connection. It could still be somebody that's very close to you. But I just see lots of people being around you. But at the same time, you feeling like you need a lot of alone time too, so you can recharge. Especially as you're a very intuitive, connected, spiritual person. You really do need that space and time to be yourself and to, just recharge your batteries. Especially if you are introverted at times. You just need that time on your own to reevaluate things, and that's how I see it for myself. Sometimes I just need that quiet time so it's like plugging myself in and recharging my batteries and feeling alive again. So But yeah, I also feel, again, there's just this strong connection of relationships and bringing people together. So it may be that you could be a type of matchmaker, or the type of work that you do and the healing you do is able to either bring people back together or helping people heal these past traumas and wounds, so they're then in a much better and stable place so they can meet someone in a healthy way. And I just feel that the work that you do and the vibe that you put out there and the connections you share with people, you are definitely like the catalyst here. There's probably a lot of cardinal energy within your chart where you are able to like strike the match and light a fire within people. So it may not even feel that, you may not feel at times that you've done much to create a certain situation, but just by either being in the right place at the right time, putting out a certain video or certain information and sharing that with someone, that I feel like would be enough sometimes for people's lives to take a dramatic turn in a positive direction. But there's something that you do and something that you say and the way that you voice yourself that definitely gets people thinking, maybe even riled up at times and angry, but it is all part of the healing process and the awakening process to certain things. So you are some real deep people, Group 1, and I feel like you've got a lot to achieve in your life. There's so much coming through here. I could talk all day, but I have to end this somewhere. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this resonated for you. And if it did, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below. And please give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this reading today. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, so for those of you who chose group number 2 and the blue howlites, this is the door. Three-eyed raven. As sunrise hits upon the dew, a messenger raven calls out with news. Prepare for the unexpected. Interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at your oracle cards. So we have the 7 sisters. Trust the timing. Answering the call. The Empress reversed. Justice. Wow, 3 of Swords. Okay. So for some of you, you may work, so we've got the energy of Libra here, energy of Aries, so you could have Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, same as Libra or Aquarius, possibly Gemini here too, but it doesn't have to be. But I am sensing here that there's something to do with betrayal. Either you're helping people through betrayal and deceit, possibly even marriage and divorce here, something that constitutes legal matters. So you may be a lawyer, that may be what your higher purpose is, so helping people with human rights, people that feel out of control in some way, or someone that is abusing their power. So I do feel that you are being called to do something along these lines. But again, you may not be expecting it, and you may not believe that this is something that either you'd be good at, something that you'd enjoy, or it just doesn't feel necessarily it's something that you were thinking about doing. This may come completely out of left field. But trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on, because time isn't running out. And that's where you may be feeling like either I'm too old to start studying this, or I don't have the time, or I don't have the energy, or even the will to go down that road. But I do feel that it doesn't matter about the timing and when. It's all going to unfold just as it should do. But let's see what else is coming through here. Nothing is yet set in stone. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. The energy is gaining momentum. Now we are looking at higher purpose, but higher purpose and life's purpose don't necessarily mean your career. It can also mean other things within your life that are going to give you that fulfillment, which can be family, friends, relationships, creativity. You may be an artist, because I'm getting a lot of creative energy coming through here. And then we've got the energy of the mutable moon here. So you could have strong mutable placements: Gemini, Pisces, Virgo, and Sagittarius. These are all the signs that are most flexible and malleable and able to change things up, to be able to change and to be able to fit in with either more people or in different ways. But I also feel like there's this energy of you being able to do a lot of things, and you are definitely ones that I feel like have quite a few different purposes within your life. I do feel that there is something where you are meant to be in the spotlight with that Leo energy. The sun represents Leo, so shining brightly, and you are meant to shine and be out there and be seen. You're not someone that is meant to be hidden or be introverted. Now, it's not to say that you don't feel introverted or that you're not introverted, but I sense that there may be some confliction here where you feel in part you're meant to be out there in the spotlight. It may be something that you're drawn to, or maybe even other people are pushing you towards. But then there's a sense of needing to retreat and stay home and not be so public and be out there. So definitely the sense of you need a lot of balance within your life. But yeah, I definitely feel that whatever it is that you're meant to do, you are meant to help. I feel through yourself, you're meant to heal through something that was very painful, possibly a betrayal, a love triangle situation, somebody you feel like stabbed you in the back, or maybe you're the one that stabbed them in the back. It's definitely this energy of doing something that you know was wrong, or someone did something to you that they knew was very wrong. And I just feel that there's more than one person involved in this, and it felt like it came out of left field. You weren't expecting it, and it was very, very painful, but it was also very transformative. You needed this to happen in some way so you could learn and grow as a person and evolve here, to find that equilibrium, a sense of being in control of yourself again, because you may have lacked control. You may have had someone in your life that was very controlling, a partner, a friend, a parent, a family member, a boss. There's something here where you felt you just couldn't see the wood through the trees, and you were not able to make clear decisions at that time. But I feel like that energy has passed. For some of you, you may be going through this at this moment, but I can tell you, if that is where you're going or where you are now, then you are going to move past this, and there is a divine reason for what you're going through and experiencing. But as long as you're able to learn and grow from it, and you're not repeating a cycle of repeating the same, either choosing the same people, choosing and trusting people too easily, and just following that same cycle and pattern of negative behavior, or choosing people that are not very trusting or trustworthy or loyal. I'm getting this wave of nausea right now. It's really intense. So I don't know if any of you are experiencing that yourselves at this moment, feeling quite sick or feeling unwell, or if there's something going on within the body, within the stomach area, something like that you're suffering with right now. IBS, quite possibly, or it could be a range of health issues, but it also could be where you are carrying your anxiety, because the stomach is represented with the sacral chakra, which is the store and place of your emotions, your very deep emotions, and also your creativity. So for some of you, you may be having a creative block right now. You may be feeling a lot of emotional turmoil, and it just feels, there's a lot of upheaval, and it's like you're feeling it very much within your stomach. That's what I'm feeling. So let's see what else is coming through about your life's purpose. Hand of Cards. Sword and the Rose. Clock. I like you. Hearts with a key. Okay, so for some of you, maybe a gambler, maybe you like to play poker or some kind of a card game that you enjoy, maybe tarot cards for some of you. You may be very lucky, or that might be something that you sometimes don't see very clearly when it comes to gambling or not showing your hand and being strategic in some way. I feel there's definitely a sense of calculating here, not putting everything out there. Again, that comes back to that introverted extroverts vibe that I'm getting. So yeah, it's like you want to put yourself out there, or you want to be seen in some way, but again, I just see you behind the scenes and just taking a lot of time to think about what it is you're going to do, what it is you're going to say, because I do feel like in your life's purpose, you want to be honest, you want to be true, and you want to be strong as well. I feel you like you want to be a strong contender in something. Like you have a lot of drive and ambition, group 2. I can feel that so strongly. And I do feel like you are very much well liked. So you might be somebody that's very popular on social media or off social media. I just feel that you've got this way with people. You can mix with people of any circumstance, age, race, sex. I feel like you're just very open-minded and you just find it very easy to connect with a range of people. And I see this non-judgmental side to you. You're not somebody that judges people in that sense. Like you would be friends with someone based on how you connect and how they are as a person rather than anything else. So you're a very authentic person, and I do feel you speak from the heart. You're someone that is very honest, but that may also be why you decide to hold back at times, because you are so honest, and not everybody will always appreciate honesty. Some people will find it too much or find it too harsh, or they don't want to hear it. So I feel that there's a sense with you learning how to be discerning, learning how to delegate what to say to certain people. And yeah, there's a lot of strategy here when it comes to people. So even though you're very naturally gifted with people and you're very naturally good at being able to either make friends, or if you wanted to, you could have a million friends and you could be seeing people every day, I sense. But I get this feeling of you just sort of pushing people back a little bit and not really wanting to be such an open book and to have people around you all the time. Even though you could, you almost feel like, I don't need to have people around me constantly, because I do need that alone time. And you're someone that needs time to be able to learn to trust people. So you may have a lot of acquaintances, you may have, like I said, a lot of followers or subscribers or something like that online, or people that are really listening to you, either in the work that you do, the advice that you give. There's for sure a lot of attention and the spotlight is on you, or it certainly could be if you wanted it to be. I just get the sense that you're not really sure if you want that, whether you can handle the criticism that may come with it, because there's always light and dark. No matter what comes through in life, not everybody's going to like you, not everybody's going to like what you say, not everybody's going to like what you do or agree with what you do. But it's the same way for you. You're not going to agree and like someone that everybody else may do. So it's finding that balance, and that's where I feel that sometimes you may feel a little out of balance and feel like in 1 minute you're sort of on top of the world, the next minute you're as low as can be. So finding that place kind of in the middle where you're okay with everything. But I'm just seeing a kind of lot of extremes and highs and lows of emotions. That may also be why you decide to take time out from people, because you feel very intensely, and you're not always sure if people can handle that side of you. So you may keep that to yourself until you feel like you can really trust people. But I just feel that your purpose is definitely to put yourself out there, I feel, group 2, and to share yourself with the world. But just being the real you, and it's okay to be strategic about it, and it's okay not to show everything. You don't need to change that, but it may just be a sense of needing to step out of your comfort zone a little bit more than you currently are. Okay, let's see what else is coming through. And I see a lot of communication here and talking, because we have that blue howlite, and I believe that would be in representation of the throat chakra with that lovely sky blue colour. So the throat chakra is about speaking your truth, making sure that that is all in balance here. So it's speaking your truth, being honest with yourself, being honest with others, learning when to be silent and learning when to speak up. And then we have, oh yes, answering the call as well. So you may be somebody that is on call. Maybe you're someone that's got a great telephone manner or voice. You may just have a voice that people really connect to and enjoy. But you may be somebody that works on the phones. Or, but I just feel, yeah, certainly your voice, I feel, stands out in some way. Okay, so we have exciting times ahead. Introspect. You have the wisdom. Oh my goodness, sorry. So many jumped out then, and that we have get ready. Yeah, so I do think things are going to turn around quite quickly for you. I'm not looking at time scales today, but I am getting that vibe here that this is something that is going to change fairly soon for you. But you may need some time to introspect and to feel like what's going on within you. Meditating would be fantastic for you, because you can meditate specifically on questions, whatever you like, and then ask for the answers. Ask and you shall find. Ask and you shall receive. You can say to the universe or your higher source, please give me signs as to what my higher purpose is, through my meditative practice or just through my day-to-day activities. But make sure that you are taking note of those signs that come through. Oh wow. And then we have success. Yes, so I do feel you are meant to be successful, group 2. You are not someone that is meant to fail, even though you may have failed already. But I just feel like this is great success that is coming your way, like big time. So you're either going to make it big and become either quite well known or famous, or you're going to be recognized for the work that you do. Definitely. But this could also be something that is righted here, something very karmic, something that maybe felt unfair. And it's like, I see this karmic justice coming around for you. So the hard times that you have been through, I feel like that's over for you now. Not to say that you're not going to experience and go through hard times again, because that is life. It's filled with ups and downs. But I feel the worst of the worst is over for you. The hardest times in your life are now gone. And I just feel success and exciting times are on the way forwards. That is what's happening for you. And I'm really excited for you, group 2. This is amazing. Okay. Okay, one more of these, and then we'll look at the Astro dice. Okay, and then we have listen. Yes, so listen to the signs. You have the wisdom. Exciting times ahead. So you may be being called to listen more as well than to speak. Sometimes you'll find out a lot more by listening than by speaking. So you may be someone at times that struggles to listen, either to listen to others' advice or to listen to people when they are talking. Because sometimes it's the ego talking rather than the soul. So it's important to differentiate the difference between the ego and the soul. And this is not a criticism, it is an observation. That's all I ever do. Some people can take offense at my blunt way of speaking. I have zero reason to judge. I'm just observing what is coming through, and I'm speaking on what I see. And as you guys know, I'm not here to sugarcoat. I just don't see the point in that. And for some of you, it may be that you feel too stifled to be able to say anything. So it could be in the opposite, with that throat chakra energy that I keep feeling. It could be that you want to say so many things of value, and you feel like you don't have the confidence to say it, especially maybe in crowds or in groups, even though you're someone that has a lot of friends, but maybe you struggle to be the one to put yourself out there. You're not the one that's kind of leading, if that makes sense. Like, you want to interject yourself at times, but sometimes you feel you struggle because you may be worried about what they may think of you if they judge you for that. So I do feel more so you're definitely being called to just listen to yourself and be true. And to speak, if you speak your truth with authenticity and it's coming from the heart and soul and not the ego, then just say it, put yourself out there, and then at least you're being authentic. And you'll be surprised at the types of things that you'll then uncover, by voicing yourself more Again, you have to find that balance. You'll know whether you are someone that over talks or overshares, or someone, or gossips as well, because that's what the throat chakra can represent. If it's overactive, it can also be getting involved in gossip. But so, like I said, you'll either know if you're that way inclined or if you are the other way. But again, sometimes you may be in one situation, you maybe feel more comfortable to talk and to gossip with certain people, and in others you feel you can't say anything. And that's just natural. That's just a part of natural human dynamics and socializing. It's not always going to be straightforward. But I do feel just finding that balance and that equilibrium right there in the center, and kind of not trying to overthink things. And even if, like I said, if someone's talking, just hear what they say rather than thinking what you can or what point you can add next. Just try and listen to them first and then relay what it is you want to say back to them. So I hope that kind of makes sense for you. So let's see what the dice have to say. Astro dice, your life's purpose. Okay, so we have the number 10, we have Capricorn, and we have Mars. So 10 is the 10th astrological house, you can see it as, which is the house of fame. So that is picking up a similar theme to Group 1's reading. So you may resonate with Group 1's reading also, especially if you were drawn to Group 1 as well. So maybe worth a watch. But it can also be in numerology. 10 is reaching the stage of finality and completion and feeling on top of the world and feeling like you've got to where you need to get to, which again I see as the success number. That is your success. Okay, you are going to be successful. And I mean, it can also be in numerology, you add the two together, 1 and 0. And 1 means new starts and new beginnings. So I do feel like both of those things are resonating here in this reading. And with Capricorn energy, this shows that you are someone that works very hard, maybe very long hours, but you put the work in with whatever it is you want to do. And with Mars being the planet of action, you take action. You're not someone that sits and dreams all the time and just thinks, oh, I'd love to do this and I'd love to say this, I'd love to do that. You really will actually do what you say you're going to do. You may not be someone that voices it before you do it. You may be quiet in the moves that you make, but you definitely make those moves. You have a lot of passion and energy, and Mars is the fire planet, the action planet, the war planet. So you may be somebody that's very good in a high energy, fast-paced environment. You need to thrive in these exciting environments. You need things to be changing all the time. You're not somebody that wants to be do something that's monotonous, even though with that Capricorn energy, I feel like you could do it and you would do it because you are that hard worker and you have the longevity and the discipline when it's something that you want to do. But you just have that ambition and that competitive drive where you want to be the best, and whether that's against other people or not, but more about the competition within yourself. You want to almost be in competition with yourself and beat yourself, if that makes sense. From you in the past, you want to be the better version of yourself, and you're always pushing yourself, moving those goalposts and achieving them. So you are definitely someone that is going to achieve great success in your life, whether that's in a family sense, in a career sense, in just an overall sense. You're going to feel that your life is full and complete, and you've done a lot of things. You've experienced you've got a lot of life experience is what I'm feeling. But yeah, I just feel there's a lot of activity here. So you're not somebody that likes to sit still either. You may be quite fidgety or struggle to be able to sit still or be quiet at times. It's like you always need to be on the go because it's like you need that extra stimulation. There's something there within yourself that needs that sort of extra push. You may not even need as much sleep as others. You may get by on quite little sleep, but you still have this exponential amount of energy within you. And especially if it's something that you do thrive and enjoy, you will put in 100% every time is what I'm saying. And because you're very disciplined, and even when things don't feel like they're paying off, you still put in the work. You're not somebody that gives up straight away when things are not happening. You know that it takes work and it takes time. So you have all of those qualities to have a lot of success in your life, to find that higher purpose. But the only way to truly find it is to be silent, to quiet the chatter in your mind. just as much as what you're saying or doing externally. Make sure you're coming to a place of being present and listening to the signs that you are receiving intuitively. But just keep working, because even if it may feel that where you are right now, it doesn't feel like you're on the path to your higher purpose, but you never know what is around the corner. And I do feel like exciting times ahead are around the corner for you. So just keep on pushing forwards, keep plugging away, because you are going to reap those rewards from the effort that you've put in, because you deserve it. And that is how karma works, and what you put out there you will receive. So if you know you've been putting in that hard work, you know you've been putting in all that love and attention into what you do, again, whether that's family and friends, in a career sense, it doesn't matter, you are going to reap the benefits. The good will come back to you. So have that faith and that trust in the universe that everything is working out in divine timing. Okay, so I do hope that this resonated for you, and if it did, please let me know down in the comments below, and please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this reading today. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, so for those of you who chose group number 3 and the citrine and this lovely blue door, so we have deeper. You are not finished. You are not done. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is yet to come. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so let's look at these first. What do we have? Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. Again, deeper, deeper. Interesting. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Wow, okay, so instantly I'm getting the sense of digging deep. So this could be literal. You may be an archaeologist, a geologist, or someone that really likes to work with the earth. Okay, so a lot of earth energy as well now coming through, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you could have any of those signs within your chart, strong placement, sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, south or north node. And as you guys know that have been watching my videos, if you want to know more about your life's purpose, then look into your north node and the house that it sits in. If you know the time of birth, don't worry if you don't, but you can at least know the sign which it sits in, which will certainly give you a lot more clarity on your life's purpose and where you're meant to be going. I am going to be doing more videos on that type of content very soon, but I am just waiting for my daughter to go back to school. It's been so many lockdowns in the UK, and it's not always easy to film because I need my privacy. Anyway, so I will be doing more on that very soon, but that can at least give you some information in the meantime. But let's see what else we have. So, okay, owl medicine. So you may be someone that is drawn to work with healing people in a conventional way, being a nurse, doctor. So digging deep in investigative work. So you could be investigating in terms of people's health and trying to determine what's going on and what's wrong, working with mystery illnesses quite possibly here. This could also be digging deep into the psyche. So you could work with mental health or psychology. But also just digging deep in certain secrets. There may be things that you would like to unveil here. Okay, murder mysteries, crimes, something in that nature. But let's see what else we've got. Okay, so we've got the 10 of Wands. Oh, wow, 7 of Wands. And the 4 of Cups. Okay, so a lot of fire energy here. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And then we have Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Interesting, because this is the energy of letting go, pushing down responsibilities, releasing burdens from your shoulders, and giving up the fight, not standing up for yourself. And then there's a sense of feeling very bored and restless. So for some of you, this might be the energy of you where you're feeling right now. This could be the present energy where you're just feeling you have no idea, you're bored of where you are and what you're doing, and you want to move forwards. But this could also be in terms of your higher purpose and always feeling like you need to be on the move. So you may like to travel. Maybe somebody that likes to constantly be moving on and likes to either travel in their work or wants to relocate, move to a different country, or just move around your country. But it's definitely a sense of needing to change and switch things up here. So let's get some more clarity on what's going on here. Your higher purpose. And just remember, your higher purpose doesn't necessarily mean your career or your life's purpose. It means like what, you know, you could have many purposes in your life. For some of you, it will be career. For some of you, it will be family and friends. For some of you, it might be a creative endeavor. There's so many things it could be. So I'm just looking generally here. If jobs come through, then they come through. If love comes through, then that comes through. I'm just going to let you know. So your higher purpose. So I'm going to take the first card because 3 fell out there. Okay, so a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Again, more fire energy. Wow, okay, confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Oh my, okay, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Look at all of this fire. I can't remember the last time I've seen this much fire in a reading. This is crazy. Okay, so Leo. So you could have strong Leo placements in your chart. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, North or South Node, but also Aries too. But it could also be that you are meant to come together with either another Aries or Aries-like people. Sorry, Leo, that's what I meant. But it, of course, it could be Aries. But the fact that we have all of this fire it's intense. So I do feel that you need a lot of intensity in your life. You need a lot of passion. You are meant to have a lot of fun and intense experiences throughout your life. But let's, one more numerology, please. You're very close to achieving your goal. Wow. So you may already be on that path. If you have recently given up on something, you've given up your dreams and hopes of the future and what it holds, I do feel that there is something that is going to change here, and you may be feeling lost and like things are not moving forwards and you're not able to achieve what it is that you are desiring. But this is a clear indication that you are close to achieving your goals. So whether you had to let something go for something new to come in, or whether you feel you do need to persevere in what it is that you're doing, then you are definitely much closer than you think to achieving what it is that you want to achieve. So let's see what else is coming through for you. Okay, abundance. Boats. Photograph. Heartbroken. Lightning. Hammer. Okay. So for some of you, you may already be in the energy of being heartbroken at this time. For others of you, this may be something that has occurred already in your past where you felt very upset and sad, either about a love connection, about a career choice, a friendship, but there's something where you felt there was a separation. And yeah, I'm definitely getting the sense that this is maybe where you are and feeling like you've either given up hope in moving forwards. But then with lightning, that sudden changes, shocking news, surprises and epiphanies, lots of transformational upheaval. So there could be something that is kind of being shaken up right now, and you may feel like you are in some kind of vortex and you have no control over things. But things are definitely changing. There could be some self-sabotage here, but also sabotage externally from other people. But I feel like you're someone with a lot of energy, group 3, and you have a lot of willpower. If you want something, you will get it. And I feel even though this may have knocked you, you're not going to let it keep you down. You keep pushing on forwards and you keep working and rebuilding things, working through whatever this deeply upsetting and shocking thing that has occurred here or has occurred in the past. It's like you just persevere and push on through. And I do feel that you're moving on and you're letting go of something. yeah, I really am feeling in the energy of you letting go and moving forwards here, which is leading you further towards your higher purpose and your life's purpose. Now, you may be feeling a little nostalgic and maybe looking at old photos, the old dreams that you had. Don't have to be literal photos. It could even be these images and memories within your mind, and thinking about the optimism that you once had for what it is that you're doing, or the people that you're meant to be with. And as I said, just because it's not necessarily career, this could be a sense of people as well. I just feel definitely for you, group 3, there is a sense of travel and exploration. That is something I do feel that you are being called to do. Axe. Okay, so we've got breakup, separation, stop the pattern. Yeah, so you may have needed to end something with someone in order to move forwards, to progress, either in your career, in your travels, or in a relationship context, moving on to someone else that doesn't fit the same description as the people that you've been choosing or people you've been attracted to. You may have felt like you've gone around in circles choosing the same types of people, and they end up turning out quite similar because the dynamic just isn't there, and they're not a good fit for you. So I do feel that you've needed to go through, or you need to go through, some kind of big split and separation and some pain and loss, because it's in those very dark times that the most growing occurs. And maybe not during that moment, but in the coming days, weeks, months, years after, if you're able to pull through that and push on forwards, but make sure that you are still healing whatever caused that pain. I'm sending you love and light to group 3, because I know that you're going through something pretty big, and it is a shift that is happening. But I just feel things are going to take quite a turn for you with this fiery climax approaches. So things are definitely moving in a new direction. But confidence is your key to success. So you may be thinking you're not good enough to do something. You're not good enough to put yourself out there. You're not good enough to apply for that job. You're not worthy enough to be with the person that you desire to be with, or to be the person that you desire to be. So I do feel you may be in a place of introspection right now, and really mulling over the past and the present, and then thinking about the future, where you're going, moving forwards. But I do see a lot of abundance that is coming your way. You may have received a lot of abundance, because I'm not feeling like overall life has been really hard for you. You may have had quite a good life and things that always worked out for you, and this may feel like it's a blip, you know, or there's a hold on something and you're not able to move forwards. But let me see what else is coming through on this for you. I keep seeing a face as well, so I don't know if it's something to do with putting your face out there, whether you have a very beautiful, conventionally good-looking face, very symmetrical, beautiful hair as well. Is what I'm saying, beautiful, thick, lustrous hair. So you may have a lot of hair and intense eyes. I don't know if people are really focused on your eyes, or you get a lot of compliments about your eyes, but they feel they're very, very deep. Either deep set or very dark or piercing in some way. If they're piercing bright blue, but there's something about your eyes that draws people in, and there's something about your face that people feel really warm towards. Okay, and that might be something that either you realize or that you don't realize. Maybe that's something you don't feel confident enough with. But I can tell you right now that you are definitely somebody that people like to admire when it comes to looks, that's for sure. And of course you have more depth than that in the superficial. It's just something that came through. So let it go. Soulmates. So it may feel like for you guys that you've had to let go of a soulmate. 6th house. It's the house of Virgo, the house of work, daily routines, pets, and health. So you may be very keen to work with animals. For some of you might have a very strong affinity and bond to animals. You could be like an animal whisperer. You could be someone that works within the health and fitness industry. But again, working with health, going back to the beginning with being a doctor or a nurse, paramedic. Love yourself. stay present. Okay, actually one more, I feel like. Almost there. Yes, so there is light at the end of the tunnel, and it's just around the corner, I'm feeling like, with almost there, and stay present. So you may be ruminating a lot right now about this situation that you've had to let go of, and you may be struggling to move forwards. And I just feel like whatever has occurred here has really knocked your confidence in yourself, and that's something that you definitely need to do more, is love yourself. Love yourself. If you can't love yourself, how in the hell can you expect anyone else to love yourself? Little Drag Race quote there, but it's true. It's true. You have to love yourself first before expecting anybody else to love you. Okay, really, really important that you stay focused on that self-care, self-love. Make sure that you're taking the time to fulfill your needs, as well as just trying to fulfill the needs of others. You may be trying to fit into a box, you know, someone's perfect version of you. You may be trying too hard to make yourself be that perfect version, whether again that's in career context, in a relationship context. It's like there's a sense of always needing to try to change who you are. But I do feel you're getting to that point where you're just in more of a place of acceptance of who you are, loving who you are. And the more that you spend time loving yourself, you really will start to believe it. So the more you say, I love myself, say it in the mirror, say it out loud, say it in your mind, say it over and over again. And it's almost like tricking your brain into believing it. And who cares how it happens? The point is that it happens. So once you start to love yourself, you will start to make different choices. You will start to see things in a very different way. It's all about your perception. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So just remember that. Just by moving your perspective slightly, changing how you speak to yourself in your mind, because it's very easy to get into those habits, especially if it's something you've been doing for a long time, this negative self-talk and talking yourself down. You don't realize how ingrained it becomes, and then how it filters through into every aspect and part of your life. So, but if you're able to program yourself into that way, you're able to program yourself out of it, or to reprogram into a more positive place. It's more than possible. So you can certainly do it. And I just feel that you're someone that definitely works very hard, and you may like things to be quite routine in a Virgo-like way. And you might be someone that's very good at organizing things. So you might be a great party planner, or someone that organizes people's homes or stuff, or yeah, there's definitely, I'm getting this kind of organizing and cleaning vibe. You might be someone that likes to clean a lot or keep things very tidy. And that might be something that you're very good at. So you maybe doing that for other people as well in some way. And with this soulmate energy, I do feel part of your life's purpose is to come into connection with your soulmate. For some of you, you're already with them. For some of you, you'll know if you're with them or not. You'll know if this person is your soulmate. But I mean, look up twin flames and soulmates and karmic relationships, because that should help to give you a little bit more clarity on which type of connection it is. But I feel if it's that soulmate energy, you just know in your heart of hearts, you complement each other. It's yin yang, and you just get each other, and it's stable and secure and long lasting and built on a strong and stable foundation of trust and mutual respect and love. It's not something that is fiery and up and down and a roller coaster ride. That's more of a twin flame karmic partnership. But again, feel free to do research on it, so you'll be able to decipher which one you're connected with. But I'm not going to look too deeply into love or career specifics today. I'm just giving a generalization of where you're meant to go, your life's purpose. Oh, and I just realized actually that you chose the citrine crystal, which is also, well, it's connected more so to the solar plexus, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not an expert on crystals and the chakras, but I know a good amount. But yeah, I'm always open to learning more. So let me know in the comments if that one is the solar plexus or the sacral. But I feel with that yellow color, it'd be more about the sacral, which is the same as Leo. It is the sunshine, it's obviously the color yellow, and it's about the ego and confidence. So I do feel that you are meant to find your confidence through your lifetime. So you may have gone through life not feeling your best or confident, knowing that you do have the potential, but not truly believing it or putting yourself out there. So I do feel like that is one of the biggest parts for you, for your life's purpose, is to find that confidence, to be yourself and to put yourself out there, and to not wait, almost is what I'm seeing. Like there's almost a sense of holding back, but like I said, it's more about, not because the opportunities aren't there for you, not because you don't have the knowledge, the skills, or whatever it is that you need to fulfill your life's purpose. It's like it's all there for you, but it's your mind that has been holding you back, and these harsh, sad times that you have been going through presently or in the past that have also been holding you back. But eventually they are going to actually help propel you forwards. As long as you're able to learn and evolve and grow from it, which you will do, you will move on, and you'll move on to bigger and better and brighter things. But at the moment, it's important to just stay present and focus on that self-love, because once you focus on that, you'll start to notice more opportunities are coming your way. I see abundance that is flowing, but make sure to keep that positive mindset. Sorry, I had a parcel delivered then. So let's see what the Astro Dice have to say about your life's purpose. Oh wow, so we have the North Node, the number 12, and then we have Gemini. So the North Node, that will show, I think I explained that earlier, but the North Node will give you that indication as to your life's purpose. So check which sign it's in. So you are definitely, because this hasn't come through yet during this reading, so you guys more than anybody need to check where your North Node is placed, because that will definitely give you a lot of clues as to where you are headed. The number 12, I'm seeing that as the number 3 in numerology. So I feel like there's a sense of bringing people together in what you do and communicating with that Gemini energy. But also Gemini likes to work with the hands, and it rules all of the things, parts of the bodies that are in 2, and the extremities, the arms and legs, and then within it's, you know, the lungs or the eyes, anything that you have in 2s. So there may be something that you're working with in that way. Again, working with the face as well, something to do with the face. I'm not sure if there's something coming through there about the face and the hands. But yeah, I feel like with the number 3 that, yeah, there's a lot of luck that you have received, even though you may not either see that now, but I do feel like you've either had a very lucky life up until this point, or you're about to have a very lucky life. There's a lot of luck that is coming through, and I am feeling there's a lot of luck that's come through from past life energy, and also through your ancestors, and maybe even through your current family situation. There's something where you've been gifted and blessed with certain things, and it may have given you a slight leg up, but in some contexts, if you've been given too much at times, and that can sometimes end up backfiring in a sense where you don't have the same drive and energy to move forwards and to be successful, because if things have been given very easily at certain points in your life, then it's harder to find that drive and the will, because it's been given rather than you've had to work for it. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, and it's fantastic. You know, if you're lucky and you've received a lot of wealth and great things, and that's wonderful. And whether that means that you are lucky, again, like I said, in the future, I just see 3 as an abundant number and a lucky number. However, it is also the 3rd house, which is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So I definitely feel that speaking up, in working with technology, working with computers, working in travel, long distance, communicating with people, I definitely feel that your mind works in overdrive a lot of the time, but you have a lot of a wealth of knowledge within your mind space. And also, yeah, siblings as well. You may end up working with certain siblings, or you're meant to connect with siblings, either ones that you know of. Some of you, it might be long distance or long lost siblings, or ones that you've been disconnected from and then you come back together in some way. I definitely feel like neighbors as well, and being very close and connected to the people that are located very close. But then there's this sense of moving on and moving very far away from them too. So reuniting, coming back together, moving away. Yeah, so it's like if you have moved away or you have traveled, I do feel you are being called to come home as well. Not necessarily now, but I feel that you are meant to be close at some point when it comes to like your family, your neighbors, and the people very close to you where you were brought up, and the people that you were connected to, or close childhood friends. If you're someone that has not traveled or moved away, then I feel that you're being called to do that as well, because I just get the sense of you coming back to connect with people. So if you haven't disconnected yet, I feel like that's coming, because there needs to be that reconnect, and there needs to be that time and space between the reconnect, where something has to happen. Like there's some kind of catalyst here where you're going to create something for the people around you. I don't know what that may be. I just keep saying, yeah, I'm seeing threes. I'm seeing building as well, like actually building things. So you might be a builder by trade, or thinking about architecture or sculpture, or building a business, building a home and building a family. I just see all of this kind of structure around you and sort of working forwards towards it. I also get the sense you may feel like you start a little bit later in life. You may not receive all of the abundance and the beautiful things that you want until you are a little bit older. I'm getting the sense of past 30, maybe when you've gone through your Saturn return, and that occurs every around 30 years. So Saturn will come in and change things up when it comes to the structure of your life, the routine, the law, the hard work that you've put in. It will sometimes bring things up that needed to happen when it comes to either your money or your safety and security, things that feel very limiting. But there definitely is this Saturn return energy for you, where you may feel like you are more successful in your later life as well. You may have been gifted or had a lucky upbringing, and disregard that if you haven't, of course, if things have been hard for you in the past. Like I said, please disregard this, because that means you're going to be very lucky in the future. Again, maybe after the age of 30. You know, if you're getting closer to the age of 60, you know, you'll be going through another Saturn return. So you may be struggling through, you know, your late 50s, you know, feeling like things are not moving forwards. But Saturn will come through, will have its return, and then things will be righted again. So yeah, I just get this kind of up and down sense with you, but overall I feel like things are definitely very positive and moving forwards. But you are definitely being called to speak out, to be confident in yourself, and to really love yourself is the main message here. And then I also feel like this reading may change for you, so maybe come back in a few months, or like I said, I'm going to do more of these types of readings. I'll try and look more in detail at certain aspects of it as well. Please feel free to let me know down in the comments the types of things you want me to dig deep into. But yeah, I almost feel like, yeah, once you've gone through that process of self-love and you really truly believe it, then I think your reading is then going to change, and we'll be able to get more information of exactly where you are headed and what's coming through. Okay, so I do hope that this resonated for you, and if it did, please let me know down in the comments below, and please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this reading today. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, so for those of you who chose group number 4 and the opalites, let's see, your life's purpose. Morning memory. Its healing gift runs a destined course at the morning dawn and inspired source. Meditate under the sun. Love that. So let's see what other cards we've got coming through for you. Ooh, big picture thinking. Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. So I'm just so drawn in by this beautiful image. Haven't often seen that one come out. The golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. Wow. Okay. So before I go any further, when it comes to your life's purpose, in this particular reading, I am looking generally. But your life's purpose doesn't necessarily mean your career. It can also mean a variety of things. The things you're meant to do, the person you're meant to become, the people you're meant to come into contact with. So for some of you, it might be more in terms of family rather than career, or vice versa. So as I said, this is just general and seeing the direction your life is going in and where you're meant to be. I will do more videos and look more specifically in details at things, but I just want to put that out there for you. Because I definitely felt called to say that, because with the golden children, and I just keep saying children for you, so I do feel like for some of you, you're definitely meant to be a parent. You're meant to have children, or you're meant to work with children. You may have a gift as speaking to children, but also animals is coming through as well. and maybe very young children or children that have gone through some trauma or some pain. But I also feel that that's something you may have experienced even in your childhood. You may have felt like you were disconnected from your childhood, or that you didn't belong somewhere, or you felt like you were unwanted. But for some of you, you may feel like you are a starseed, or that you've been brought to this planet and it's not truly your home. Like there's another home out there for you, and it's like you just never felt like you fitted in. So maybe for some of you may even felt like the black sheep of the family, or in school you may have not felt the most popular. Yeah, definitely this energy of needing to move forwards and move on in some way, but we'll get more clarity on that as we move forwards. So we have peace pipe here. Okay. The Hanged Man, Death reversed. Okay, Nine of Cups. So you are meant to see things in a new perspective here. With that Death energy, it's interesting because it's in reverse here. So, I mean, it is the card of Scorpio. The Scorpio likes to dig deep into things, likes to look at the dark side of things. This may be where you have been, like I said, in your past. And whether this is your life now or possibly a past life, you could be carrying past life trauma. But it just feels like there's something that either you went round in circles with, it's just something that felt very negative, or like there was an ending that needed to happen and it didn't quite come to pass. Very strange energy. Nine of Cups, pushing down your emotions. So there may be in part you pushing down your emotions or emotionally detaching from a situation because of the pain that you suffered. I am sensing that you are a great peacekeeper. So you may be someone that is great at mediating conflicts between others. You may have been that way at home, but this may be more where you are now, especially if you did feel like the black sheep as a child. I definitely am seeing this place where you're feeling more at one with yourself, but you've had to go through a lot, I can see, and you may have gone through a serious loss. Okay, now this is weird. I'm shuffling the Moonology deck here, and there is one of these cards in here. Wow. Okay, how weird is that? Stop, embrace winter, cosmic womb, the void. So this may be where you feel at this moment, but as I was saying, black sheep, look at that black energy coming through. Scorpio's color is also black. So you may have strong Scorpio placements, possibly Aquarius within your chart somewhere. But this is definitely showing like the abyss. And this is where I feel like you have been within your life, either in your life now or a past life, where things were just very dark. Nothing feels like nothing was going on, and again a sense of feeling like you couldn't fit in. This could also be a sense of depression and low times and low energy for some of you. Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. It's time to take action, new moon in Aries. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. Okay, so you may be drawn to the types of industries that are fast-paced, maybe like the military, the emergency services, fire brigades, the police, the NHS, paramedics. I said something where you are moving forwards with a lot of energy. And I'm just seeing things that look very intense. So whether you work where there is death involved, okay, or where there are traumatic endings, I just feel there's a sense of you being able to deal with things that are, maybe you were almost like an old soul as a child, and you were able to deal with things from quite a young age, maybe you were exposed to things that you shouldn't have been from such a young age, and that made you grow up a lot quicker than you would have done if you'd not either witnessed or experienced these certain things. So I definitely sense that this is something that has shaped you as a person, and in terms of your life's purpose, it is really helping you. I feel almost to connect with people that have been going through similar experiences. So you may be drawn again to those children that feel wounded like you did, and helping them through their trials and tribulations, because you've experienced it and you've come through the other side. So again, for those of you that had a happy childhood and that doesn't make sense, like I said, it could be this past life baggage that you're still carrying. So you may still feel, I had a great childhood, but maybe I didn't fit in very well at school, or I don't really get along with my family that well now, or there's just some disconnect where you just don't feel the same as everybody else. You feel like you're an outsider in some way. So you may spend a lot of time on your own, and that's okay. I just feel that even though you may spend a lot of time on your own and you've been through some tough times, but I just see you being at peace, and I see you being able to bring peace and an equilibrium to other people's lives. So you may work as a healer. You may be being called to be a healer. As those of you know who watch my videos on this type of content, life purpose, higher purpose, career, that you may be feeling called towards people that have gone through these similar experiences and being able to help them through it, because you've experienced it and you've come through the other side. And so you can speak on it with clarity and with knowledge, because you've been there and you've been out of there. You've found your peace. And if you don't feel at peace right now, and if you're in this place, if you're in the void right now, just know that peace and a new perspective is coming. I'm seeing with that morning energy as well, that the mornings would be very good for you. So whether you are naturally a morning person and you like to wake up with the sun and be out and about, and I said whether that's just getting out into the fresh air, or you just like to be up in the morning, maybe you feel most productive in the morning. If you don't feel that way, you may be being called to move in that direction. If you have been a night owl for some time, because I'm seeing a lot of darkness here. So if you are naturally a night owl and that's the place you feel most comfortable, I mean, that's fine. It may even be that the early morning hours are most productive, you know, and then you sort of fall asleep and you sleep throughout the daytime, each to their own. I just feel like you need those morning rays. Okay, those early morning sunshine rays, or even the moon, because the sun emits vitamin D, which is obviously very healthy for us in many ways, but the moon emits a lot of emotional and healing energy as well. So moon bathing might be really great for you, getting out into the moonlight and just spending time and let it sort of hit your face and just soak in all of that delicious moonlight energy. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you are a night owl or a morning person. I just feel that you need to spend maybe more time outside. You might be spending a lot of time inside, cooped up, but if you're able to just get out, even if it's for a few minutes, just to make sure that you're getting that beautiful sunshine, getting that beautiful moonlight, and that is helping to then restore and recharge you. But I just feel I'm getting this sense of you moving forwards to getting up earlier, or to changing your sleep routine if you are someone that is more of a night owl currently. So maybe by, later on in life, you start to wake up earlier and earlier. So I just feel, I know that's quite a specific one, but I just keep feeling that sense of morning time and you being productive and becoming a morning person. And if that is something that you want, it is something you can create, again, with affirmations. Say it out loud. I am a morning person. I love the mornings. I love waking up early. I always wake up early. I always wake up before my alarm. Because that's the other part of it, is you need to fall asleep with ease. You need to make sure you're having enough sleep. And of course, you need to reprogram your sleep pattern, your body clock. And it's all very much possible if it's something you want. But sometimes we can talk ourselves into saying, no, I love being up at night. And that's okay though. Some people are night owls. I have always been a night owl, but I'm personally trying to become more of a morning person, because I like being up in the morning, getting everything done, and then being able to relax later on. Now, each to their own. as I said, there's no judgment. It's just observational here is what I'm seeing and what I'm saying. But yeah, and then I'm just interjecting that personal points that I'm making. You know, I've always been that, always staying up very late, except for obviously when I was a child. But naturally, you know, the sun rises and we wake. And it feels natural to get up with the sunshine, but there are certain animals that are nocturnal. So what's to say that certain people can't be nocturnal? Some people thrive at nighttime. So that's something that you have to figure out yourself there. But I just see something with those bright early morning hours, and maybe it's more about being quiet. You know, when it's very, very early in the morning, or very, very late at night, moving into the early morning hours, these are usually the quietest times where maybe that's the time where you could get the most work done, or you can reflect. Maybe it's the only peace that you get is during those hours. You may be very, very busy, especially if you're a parent, you've got lots of children or a child, and you're working with partners as well. There's a lot going on for you, and that might be your only time of real respite, of real alone time and solitary moments. Sunglasses, oh my God, sunglasses. So, you know, when do you wear sunglasses? When it's sunny. So yeah, I definitely feel you are being called to get out into the sun more. So again, even if you are a night owl, but you can get out in the late afternoon, just make sure you are getting some of those sun rays, getting some of that vitamin D. It doesn't mean you have to, if you're not into tanning or whatever, protect your face, put a hat on or something. If you're like a vampire and you kind of freak out when you see the light, that's fine, but just make sure, just try to get some vitamin D, or even take a vitamin D supplement in the meantime. You know, always check with your doctor, of course. But I just feel there's something where you need to almost be shading yourself from the sun a little bit. That might be where you feel like you are currently. But let's see what else we have. Hammer, we have camera, for all of these specific objects here. Okay, so we have the chaser. Abundance. Okay, karmic relationship. Okay. So for some of you, you may have been in a narcissistic or codependent type of connection, or a situation where you have been chasing someone that doesn't want to be caught, being honest. I know that may be hard to hear for some of you, but I just have to be honest with this karmic relationship. I do feel like there is a partnership that will come into your life. You may have experienced it already. It may be something that you have to experience within your life at some point, where it's a karmic connection and they trigger something within you. It will be something that, a connection that you don't have the longevity with. There may be, it might be very on and off. It may feel very fleeting, but there are lessons, big lessons to be learned from this relationship. So definitely, I feel within your higher purpose, you're meant to come together with someone specific, and they're certainly meant to teach you something about yourself, and you're equally meant to teach them about themselves. It's not all one-sided. It's very much equal. You're both hurt people coming together and to helping to heal something, but it's not the connection itself exactly that helps to heal it. It's what comes from the end of the connection that starts the healing process, that starts the evolution of your soul, your mentality. Because if you feel like you've always been the one to chase, and you're always the one putting in all the efforts with people, doesn't matter whether it's romantic, friendship, family, work related, if you feel like you're always the one chasing it and you're never able to catch it, because that's in the chaser mindset. You're chasing, you're never actually getting. And it's okay to let others chase you, but sometimes it's coming from a place of fear and feeling, if I don't reach out to them, they're not going to reach out to me. And that could be one of the hardest home truths to say to ourselves, that okay, maybe they're not worth being chased, or maybe, like I said, they don't want to be caught. And sometimes you have to just realize, and you have to let them go and say, okay, I'm not making any more effort. And if they don't come back, if they don't come in and make effort, then they clearly don't want to. People only do what they want to do, or they don't want to do most of the time. So especially when it comes to relationships, Like I said, I know that that might not be easy to hear for some, and I am sending you a lot of light and love and healing to your situation. But I feel that you will come through this. And like I said, this may have been the energy of where you already were in the past. You may have been that way inclined, where you were the one, but you found your self-esteem now. You found that self-love and the confidence, and realized that I don't need to keep chasing. Whatever these opportunities or people are, what is right for me will come to me with ease. Say that out loud. And it's not to say that you don't need to work hard for anything, but why not put the manifestation out there that things are easy, that attracting the right people for me is easy, attracting the right jobs and opportunities for me is easy. I love the work that I do. It feels easy and effortless, but I love it, and I feel secure in what I'm doing. I'm financially secure. I'm a money magnet. You know, any of those things. I could go on all day about affirmations and listing them. Feel free to write them down in the comments. I always encourage you guys to share your affirmations with others, just saying them out loud, and anybody else that reads them will give it more of an edge and a push. So even if you just mutter it under your breath, thinking it in your head is one thing, so that's putting it out there, but even just saying it out loud. But if you don't feel that comfortable to say it out loud, if you're not somewhere private, or you feel that you never quite have enough privacy, you can say things under your breath or write them down. Just make sure that you're putting it out there in some form, and that will help it to manifest in a stronger way. But I do see you having to rebuild something within your life, something that felt like it came crashing down and you've had to rebuild it stronger. Okay, but it will be built to last now. That's the difference here. The work that you've put in, whether that's to yourself, you know, your own self-esteem, your confidence, your self-worth, working on that and rebuilding it stronger, rebuilding your career, your family situation and ties, your connection to source and higher spirit, potentially your children or your parents. You're going to be rebuilding that in a much stronger way, where you're feeling more trusting with the universe and how things are moving for you. Camera reminiscing. So you may go back to the past quite frequently and be ruminating about past things. Now, this could be a good thing if you're thinking about happy past times, but it could also be in the negative sense and dwelling on things that you cannot change and the things that you suffered. Now, it's all part of the process. You need to heal, you need to feel in order to heal. So you still need to sometimes go over those things to process them if you haven't already done so in the past. But if you feel like it's done, then you can leave it there. You don't need to keep going back to it. And sometimes it can happen so unconsciously. We don't even realize where our minds are going sometimes. And you may even be chasing in your mind, chasing thoughts. They may come and go so quickly, and it's hard to keep up with them at times. So I do feel that trying to remain more present, and I know I always give this as advice, but it always fits, okay? Because it's the start of everything. By remaining present, being happy in the present moment, not dwelling in the past, not worrying about the future, being in the here and now, watching abundance flow in. Having that positive mindset will help you to manifest exactly what you want. But it's also important to be grateful. And that's something that I think we could all do more. I certainly could do more to be more grateful for what we do have, the circumstances that we are currently in and where we are, the person that we are right now. Just being grateful, and even though it may not always feel very comfortable to say these things, or you might not feel you have much to be grateful for, but even by just being able to watch this video right now, you're alive, you are present. You can either see or hear. You may not be able to do both, but you are definitely here and you're present, being able to do this. And I know that that can seem like quite a basic one, but it's not basic, because without being able to see, without being alive, without being here on this earth, you can't experience any of these things. So starting from the very, very basics and working your way up. I'm just happy to be here today. And then it'll actually start to flow. Tell yourself, I'm going to say 3 things every day that I'm grateful for. And you'll be quite surprised how many more things you'll be able to say, when you may have struggled to come up with one, but then it will start to flow like a river, and you'll just be able to say so many things that you're grateful for. And then once you put that energy out there, you will start to receive abundance back. Because this is how the universe is working here. If the universe gives you a gift and you're not grateful for it or appreciative of it, the universe is like, oh, I'm not going to give her another gift. She's not appreciative of that, or he's not appreciative of that. So I'm going to wait and see if this person can actually be grateful for what they already have rather than start to give them anything more. It's the same if you gave somebody a gift and they weren't very appreciative, you'd be less inclined to want to give to them again. So that's how you need to see it with yourself in your current life. Be grateful for what you have and things will start to flow more effortlessly for you. Okay. Okay, so we have travel. Speak your truth. Self-care. Stillness. Friends. Okay. So in this life, I do feel you are meant to connect with more people, especially if you are feeling like you're a bit of a loner at this point, or you've never, like I said, felt like you've been able to fit in with certain people at times. Like I said, you may even have a wealth of friends around you, but you don't feel like you connect with any of them. So I do feel in this life you are really meant to connect with people on a one-to-one basis here. And I do feel like you're meant to connect with people from a distance that either live somewhere further away from you, in another country, or they're from a different type of background to you. There's definitely some sort of differences there where you're meant to almost, I don't know, be part of a tribe is what I'm sensing. I'm sensing it's like you may feel like you are missing. I just keep getting this lost soul energy, and it's like you'll come back to this place where you feel like you fit in. It's like your soul tribe almost, your soul family. And, you know, these can come in the form of animals as well. It doesn't have to be people. You could see your animals as your soul family, and you may just feel this really strong connection to them. And I feel that this is you wanting to just be more honest and speak up, speak your truth to the people around you, and through your work as well. I feel that opening up about what you've experienced, these hard times, the void that you've been in, you may keep a lot of this to yourself, but I feel if you're able to open up a little bit more, this will help you to progress in your healing, and you'll be able to move forwards. But self-care, I mean, it's self-explanatory, that one. Make sure that you are looking after yourself, and that all comes with that, the self-love energy, looking after yourself first before you extend it to anybody else. So let's see what else is coming through for you. I'm going to use the Astro dice here. Group 4, life purpose. Okay, so we have Leo. A lot of Leo has come through today at the number 1, and then we have Jupiter. Okay, so you may have strong Leo placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, North or South Node. But we also have Sagittarius energy here. So Sagittarius represents long distance travel, learning, higher learning, teaching. So you may be somebody that's a natural teacher or a natural student. You like to always be learning new things. And I just feel like you always like to be expanding your mind, and maybe that's why you like to spend some time on your own as well, because it's in those times where you can really get the most out of your learning and your education, I'm feeling. But it's also very lucky. It's the luckiest planet of all, so it is interjecting some good luck, which I do feel that you are needing and deserving in your life, because things have been very tough for you, but the luck has to come in somewhere. So I do feel things are happening for you, and whatever Jupiter comes into contact with, it expands as well. So if that's in a negative sense, it can make things seem much bigger than, you know, in a negative way, but same in the opposite. It could mean that, you know, when good things happen, it's that might be the sense of how you're feeling. Things are quite unstable, and it's like things are either really, really good or really, really bad. It just feels, yeah, like quite an extreme on both sides here. But with this Leo energy, Leo likes to be in the sun as well. So as I said, the sunshine keeps coming through, and maybe so you're meant to move to a warmer climate as well. So maybe you live somewhere that's quite cold and you've been thinking about moving to somewhere that is much warmer. Possibly even vice versa here as well. You know, I have to put that out there. It could be quite the opposite, but I just feel like you are the sun and you have this bright, beautiful sunshine within you, but you may be shrouding it in darkness right now. And I just feel that you are meant to either be out in the spotlight, figuratively in the world, speaking your truth and putting yourself out there, putting your words out there. But also, Leo does represent children because it's rules the 5th house astrologically. So the 5th house of children and fun times and sort of flings and encounters and passions and creativity, all of those wonderful things. So I really do feel that there's a strong connection to children for you, group 4. So again, whether you're meant to have your own children, whether you're meant to teach children, work with children, there's something here, or even work with adults and working through their childhood traumas and issues or past life regression or something. But yeah, I just feel like you have this really fun way about you, even though it may not always be very clear to others because you keep a lot of yourself hidden. But I do feel that when you do sort of open yourself up to people more, there is this really beautiful, fun side to you. Very, very generous, kind and loving, and you'll make a fantastic parent, whether you want to have children or not. I just feel like you definitely you'll be that fun parent. I don't feel like you're going to be that really strict parent that is the one that's in control of everything. I just feel like you'll be really lighthearted and fun, and of course you'll have that sense of responsibility over the children and making sure that they're happy and safe and secure. But I just feel in some ways maybe things were very intense for you as a child and you may have not had the most fun time, and that's something that you want to give your children that you feel like you didn't have. You want to have just fun with them, and you want them to see you as a real positive energy around them. And then we do have the number 1. So for some of you, that could mean having one child, giving them your absolute all. For others of you, not in relation to children, I just feel that this is a new step for you. 1s represent a new beginning. So something new is starting. Something new is stirring within you. So these could be new desires and thoughts about either having children or starting a family, having new thoughts about a specific career or direction that you're going in, traveling into a new country. But it just feels like this is brand new energy. Something new is definitely happening. The energy is gaining momentum. And as you know, your commitment is being tested. So you may be feeling like, oh, when are things going to change? I've put in all of this work and I just don't see things happening. Again, you'd be feeling like you're in this void right now, but things are about to shift and change for you. And I do feel certainly within this year, I'm not looking specifically into timescales at this moment, but I do feel within this year, and this is a timeless reading, so it doesn't matter which year you are watching this, but whenever you are drawn to watch this reading, I would say within the year, for some of you could be within 1 month, 1 week, 1 day. It only takes a second for your life to change. That is how quickly things can change. So it could happen at any moment, but I feel at the very longest, you're going to notice a big shift in your life within the year. So if you've been in 2 minds about moving on to something, moving somewhere, starting a family or a new career path, relocating, I do feel like that is going to happen within this year. So definitely exciting times ahead for you, group number 4. So let me know down in the comments below, excuse me, if this resonates, and if it does, please give the video a thumbs up. Okay, have a lovely rest of your day. Take care.